y'all today out there in Facebook land or wherever you watching from? So tonight is a special night. I'm just on here tonight, not to do my normal type of show, but to just simply pay homage to my little brother whose birthday is today. And I have family and friends who will be joining me. So I'm excited about tonight. I didn't want to sit and cry and be in my feelings as I have been all day anyway. But what better way to honor Big Gemini, my little brother, than to share memories, laugh, love with family. That was what he was all about. So that's what we gonna do today. So without further ado, I will be bringing up my family and my friends. And first, I have with me my mommy.
Hi.
Say hey to the world. Let them know what we are here doing today.
We are celebrating a tribute or honor to my son, which is her little brother. His birthday is today. I've been at work all day and I've been having little issues and I've been in my own feelings too. So you're
What
not
type
alone.
of girl? Now, no issues. We gonna celebrate him tonight because he works
Well, not
all that
issues, but I'm,
work.
in my little feelings.
All right, and then we got my sis, Kenesha.
Hey.
Introduce yourself to the world. Let them know what you all about. Cause this our time tonight.
So my name's Kanisha and I'm here to celebrate James as well, who is like a brother to me. So and then yes, this is my sis and mom. I love y'all both. So
Yes, we love
Baby.
you too, sis. And we gotta save this Negro for last, cause but this is my brother, one of my brother's closest, dearest, best friend. They were twins. They literally twins. But let me just let him introduce
Oh,
himself.
what's up, y'all? Hey,
Oh,
listen, excuse me. I'm his best friend. I'm the one. Yeah. And
that
before he
way.
left me, he owed me $2. So I'm really on here to try to see who I need to holler at, his mother, sister, or whoever, so I can get that little bit of paper. Because this is the first time I got them all together. I couldn't find them. So So
See,
yeah.
I know you finna cut up
What's up,
today.
Mom? What's
Look,
up, Denise?
I ain't
Hey,
paying no
baby.
What's
debts,
up?
bruh.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
I
Y'all
ain't
looking
paying
good?
no debts. I ain't paying no debts at all.
Well, then if
So,
you get your BMO, I know I get all mad he owe
Yeah,
me.
you feel me? You just right. You already know.
well,
He
I done
said sis
paid
got
enough of
it.
his debt. Now, I done paid enough of his debt, so I'm good on that. Yes. So
So,
I really wanted to just, for all of us to tap in. All of us had our own personal relationships with him. So I want the world to experience him from your point of view. Mama, I know I'm gonna let you take over the childhood because that was your baby. He was a mama's boy, y'all. He was a mama's boy to his heart. Yes, he was, girl. Stop it. I didn't exist. He was a mama's boy.
uh, uh,
Yeah,
uh.
I know just I have too much, but I don't want to just no. You know me, know how I get. But yeah, that was my baby. I mean, yeah, he gets on my nerve. He got on my nerve,
Mm.
and I mean, it's just like he. I mean, yeah, he was my baby. I can't drive
Girl,
nothing
he
else.
was a
I
mama's
don't want
boy
to talk.
to his heart.
I don't.
And that nigga was scared of fire trucks.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
let's, let's talk
you
about it.
didn't
He
know
was
that, B. Bebo, you didn't
I
know
didn't know
that.
that. I ain't know
you
that because you know what's funny? I ain't never seen no film ever. And
He was
really?
scared.
man, I
He
ain't seen
was
that
scared
man
of
scared of
fire
nothing.
trucks.
Well, you know
Well, when
what?
he was
That was
I
when he
wait,
was a
y'all should
kid,
have
he
told me that
was.
then. Y'all should have told me that then. Yeah, yeah. I wish I'd have knew that then. Yeah,
Yeah, he was
yeah.
definitely scared of fire trucks. Grandma used to say when the fire trucks, because we had the fire station right down the street from the house, literally walking distance. So
Mm,
when they would crank up, Grandma would say, "Open the door, here, cause here come Manny," and she would open the door, and here he come. He flying through the door. I don't
mm,
care if he was
mm,
around the corner, wherever he was stopping, dropping, and he was getting to the house. He was scared of fire trucks,
mm.
and they used to buy him fire trucks for Christmas. To
Yeah, to mess with him. Yeah, see what I'm saying? That's where he get that from.
yeah. Yeah, so
Mm.
you remember the Gucci? The long little Gucci in the back.
What he got, the
When the
ponytail?
guys used to wear.
You know, like the on the come to America, the Gucci, the long Gucci.
I he had one.
That one as well. And I remember, I don't know why I was always get in trouble for the things he would do, but he had one and he cut it off and he lathered his face with Vaseline.
Hey,
I don't
yeah.
know the purpose of that, but he cut it off. He lathered
Mm.
it with Vaseline. I ain't had nothing to do with it, but I got in trouble too. So
He was doing that shit when I was around him. Like, I'm not supposed to. He talking about coming to people like, oh man,
you play so much. So
I miss my.
Kanisha, that was Kanisha brother. That was her heart. And I can tell like she's still having a time because I'm looking in her face. I know my sis. Um, but talk about him because you experienced the teenage years with him.
And
Yeah.
So
and the most of the grown up adult years, like, because he
yeah,
was there more than he
Yeah.
was really in Memphis.
Yeah. I met him in high school on the school bus. And yeah, he was crazy. He was so crazy. but but he was always outgoing. He talked to anybody. We were just, I don't know, we just became so close in high school. I was like 14 when I met them. And I don't know, we were just super, super close throughout high school. And then into like our early adult years, he lived with us like almost everywhere that I've lived. Except for when we moved to Colorado, but he still came and visited us even when we were there. So he's just been around me. I mean, I still feel his presence always.
Mm.
But he was very protective. Very no, I'd pull up for him any time of night. I did that many times.
Oh,
He'd call me at 4 a.m. like, come get me, sis, and I'd come get him. And I missed that though. Even though at the time I'd be like, oh, I'm a slap jams, and then I definitely missed those calls in moments, but yeah, he was just like a joy in my life, in my kids' life. I don't know. We all miss him a lot. So
let, let me
yes.
let me tell y'all the story how he got to Texas. How
Oh,
okay.
he ended up
please
in
do, because
Texas.
who released him down there? I blame you, Mama. Yo, tell us that story.
Talk
Yo.
Okay,
about it.
by him being in elementary,
Mm.
I mean, literally, his teachers, I'd be at work, his teachers used to call me Miss Caldwell, Miss Caldwell, Miss Caldwell. Well, at that time, it was Miss Carr because I hadn't got married to his dad yet.
Mm.
Well, yes, I have. No, I'm
Yes,
not.
she
Yes,
was.
I have. Yes, I have. But anyway, long story short,
See your
she
teeth.
used to always, they used to always call me every day, almost every day. Miss Caldwell, come get him. He be on suspension. He get on suspension. He get on suspension. Last time she called me, she told me, she said, "We're not gonna suspend him. Just come get him."
Mm.
I literally had to
Mm.
come get that boy every day. So he got in junior high. He done got kicked out of high schools. He done got kicked out of junior highs. He got kicked out of eternity school. His eternity school, he got kicked out. And tell you what he got kicked out for, Kanisha.
What?
Oh, sexual gestures toward the faculty student. Harassment.
Toward the teachers.
Yeah.
The faculty, yeah, he was.
Sixth
Yeah.
grade. He got kicked out. He got kicked out the sixth grade from the school. Went to eternity school. When he ended up in eternity school, how he
That
got
ain't
kicked
how
out.
you ended up in Texas, though.
No, how he ended up, how he got kicked out of sixth grade. He got caught with some
He gonna get you when I'm
marijuana.
pulling out his teeth.
Yeah, marijuana. So I kicked him out of sixth grade.
Oh, Chief
He
Smoke.
ended up going to high. End up going to another junior high school. He went to three junior high schools before they finally decided, no, we don't want him in the city Memphis school system again. Period.
They just threw my
That's
brother
right.
away.
End up. That's right. How I end up getting him down there. His dad had to get him. He had to get him.
That was eighth
He
grade,
brought,
though.
but he done brought him back several times, but he ended up back down there on his own. So when he felt like that he was grown enough to stay on his own, that's how he ended up there. But yeah, he couldn't go to school here. Period.
Mm.
He it wasn't that he was okay, he was bad. I ain't gonna take that away from him, but he was so hyper and he was just he was too smart for his own good. So
There
Yeah,
you go.
sitting
There you
down,
go.
he was
sitting
smart.
right, he was so smart. So sitting down and him not being stimulated, that wasn't happening. Like, you're not finna get him to sit still and he bored with what y'all got going on.
You know
That's
why
just
that
not
was,
gonna happen.
sis? Let me tell y'all something about Smoke, right? Smoke the type of person that anybody on some negative bull or something that they don't want him around because he living his truth. So
Yes.
when people, because that's what made me stick by him every day. I knew he was an angel to me. So I want y'all to know this, and then if this brings y'all any type of closure, right? When he passed, I know he was gone a lot. But y'all gotta understand this, man. Mom, you did your job. Sis, you did your job. Y'all brought him here. Y'all raised him right. God, I needed him more than anything because when I thought I was strong, I was in a broken place. So with that being said, it's like I I know now like to appreciate things more because I lost something that made me recognize, what a real friend was, what loyalty was, what to be a man is,
Mm.
how to go hard. Because guess what? He took upon everybody problems, everybody. But he always used to say, he said, "Hey, folk, some people pray for a lighter load, bro, but we pray for a stronger back."
And
You know what
that
I'm
was
saying?
it. That was his saying.
Yeah,
That
what
was
he
his saying.
smoke James he never had no issues with nobody. So all his problems was everybody else's problems. So he was sent here for a reason. And I want y'all to know that though, mama. Um, and I know sometimes like my mother told me when my other brother passed, she say, I asked God why my son. He say, why not? They did the same thing to mine. So he's a martyr. He went
Mhm.
out on top. People ain't gotta get on here. Come say nothing. It don't matter because that
Yeah, he
he,
was too smart.
Yeah.
And whenever to time somebody can teach their own self another
yeah,
language,
with his
foreign
lying ass.
language.
He told me he was Cuban or Colombian or something the first month. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, fluent Spanish.
He
You know
taught
what I'm saying?
himself fluent Spanish.
Yeah,
Like, that's
Yep, he
crazy.
did.
yeah, yeah.
He taught
Yeah.
himself.
So when it came to the ladies, we were right here, but he had that over me right there. Cause especially living in Texas, you know what I'm saying? I can't speak Spanish, so I lost every time when that right there in that. So yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah,
I have a lot of experiences like Kanisha have, like the late night phone calls or our some of the stories I can't even tell on here. It's too much tea to be putting out there. But
yes.
um like I just miss my brother. I miss our arguments. I miss our fights. I miss spoiling him even when I tell him I'm not. Like, get out my face. Um, I remember times where I'd have got them phone calls that both of y'all sitting behind them bars,
Yeah.
and I got to figure out how
Real
I'm finna
tough.
get them
Real
out.
tough.
Like
Real
I just
tough.
miss everything about him.
What
He
you
was the
again?
life of the party for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like when
Right.
he walked in the room lit up. I don't care how dull or boring it was. You wasn't gonna be dull or boring when he got there. And he would aggravate me to my soul, and he knew it. He would aggravate me to my soul, and then he'll call me and be like, "You still mad?" And I'd be like, "I can't stand it. I'm phone," But that was just our relationship. I miss him so much. So I know we all got a lot of memories to share. But I also wanted to I did a little video with, some pictures. I want to bring it on stage and give y'all time to get y'all some water, whatever y'all gonna
Nah, I
do.
don't even
You know what
know.
I'm saying?
Can I say
You
something real quick? I want to tell y'all
yeah,
this. I want to say this.
absolutely.
Listen. Let me tell y'all something. Um, some people can empower you. Let me tell y'all something, right? The type of person I am, I'm really not. I'm a ambivert. So it's like I want to be seen, but I don't. This is the first time I ever did something like this and be comfortable. I did it because um people. I ain't gonna say people won't. People don't. They shit because they'd have been here. Now, if what he put on you in life ain't worth 30, 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours of your time just to speak on that, then it shows. You know what
Fact.
I'm saying? And that's the things that I'm talking about right now. You understand? Is that if it was me, he'd be on here. You thought he was hosting the show. You
I
know what
swear.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
He done
But
took
Like
it over.
with a suit on, with a jewelry on. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But
but
yeah,
that's just the thing. I knew when I put it out there because I was struggling emotionally, but I'm like, my intentions was to be in a happy place for my brother today because he ain't
that's right.
suffering. You know what I'm saying? He's not suffering.
Yeah, man.
But I knew when I put it out there, the ones who I knew who was gonna be here. without a shadow of a doubt. I knew the ones that was gonna stand 10 toes down without a question asked. I didn't have to ask Kanisha. I knew I didn't have to ask you. You was just like, what time? You know, I'm
Yeah.
like, I got you, bro. Like, I knew who was gonna be here, and that means the world to me and my mama because from day one, y'all been here. The
Yeah.
relationships that we have with y'all now, even though it stemmed from him,
Mm-hmm.
it is true,
That's real.
is loyal,
That's real.
is real,
That's
and it's
true.
gonna forever be. So I'm grateful
That's a
for it, and
fact.
I thank
That's a
you
fact.
both.
That's a
Kanisha,
fact.
them my nephews over there.
No, no, no. That's
Feel great doing
a
this.
little girl.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? I thought it was my
Hi.
nephews. I thought they were
No,
gonna come through and
I didn't even tell them,
oh, why
but
not?
because I was still working technically, and I
Oh,
don't know. I haven't got it.
okay.
You was working or you ain't get out? Which one?
Like I'm
I
working.
was working
I work
right
from
now. You talking
home.
about I haven't got out.
I
She
work from
worked from
home. I
home.
work from home.
Already, I
So I
feel
got
you.
my work right here, but I'm actually about to clock out. But anyway.
Yeah. So, BMO,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
got some stories that none of us ain't got.
Hmm.
Well, I got some of them stories too,
Yeah,
but
I
I
got
want
some.
to hear
I got some
yours.
after the break. After the break, yeah, I got to decipher and make sure I spit the right ones.
Right.
I, you know.
Right.
He
Yo,
said,
look, you can't incriminate them now.
ain't
No,
nothing
but
they
get
can
what?
do to him
I can
now. You
incriminate.
hear me?
Look, I can incriminate myself. You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, hey, look, I'm messing with you now, man. I ain't kidding.
Yeah, but
I really
I'm
do.
yeah, but I want to start this video really quickly. It's
No.
just a little memory video. Then we're gonna jump back into it. Of course, more people have said that they were gonna join in, but whether they do or don't, we here, we chilling, we rocking out for bruh. Period. So happy birthday,
Oh.
Smoke. Hold on, yeah.
I wish you were still. No more pain and no more sorrow. This don't feel real. Wish it was more time I could borrow. So your tears roll down when I think of your face. Oh, they never said it would be easy, but I can't stop crying. Sometimes I wish I had me a genie so I can stop time. I never asked the Lord for strength until I lost mine. I still hear your voice pushing me forward when I wanna stop trying. I can hear you say, I'm in a better place, so be strong. There'll be better days. These hard times won't last long. Baby, wipe your face. Oh, I wish heaven had a phone to hear you one more time, but I know you want us to move on. So
Cheers.
It's on
But yeah,
YouTube. I
I'm gonna
heard
tell
that
you what.
it's on YouTube.
I'm
It's
gonna tell
on
you something. I'm gonna tell you
YouTube.
what.
So I do want to, he's so extra. I swear, like
What he said?
when I'm really, really missing my brother, I got to go and call him and get on his nerve or let him get on my nerves. Cause when I
Yeah.
tell you the energy is just it's so similar. So it's
Man,
like
what?
he bring me that closeness that I be missing. Um,
Hey,
Can you see them
Kanisha,
Colorado pictures out they took in Colorado?
huh? Say it again, ma.
I thought Kanisha, she seen them Colorado pictures he had.
Yeah.
He also on somebody in some short pants up there in the snow.
Yeah.
Oh
Snowing
yeah,
in the
he
mountains.
probably ain't had no
He
shoes and
wearing
socks on
shorts.
either.
That was funny.
and he had on some
What,
shoes. I don't know about the socks.
Hey, I'm
Don't
telling you.
judge
Hey,
us.
hey, oh, he go no socks, shoes tied tight as hell. Hey, ready to fight anybody.
I cannot.
I told his ass one time, hey, bro, your big ass hit me, bro. Like, hey, bro, you built different. I told him, Mike, you know, beat his fist together, and I be like, hey, man, I ain't with all that, man. I said, if you hit me, I swear to you. He said, well, get on your ass, folks. Hey, Smoke, don't you grab me, bro. That boy was different. Mm-mm-mm. I ain't miss my brother, man.
Man, what you said. what you said.
Okay, now.
Yes.
Hmm.
So, Mom, oh, we got a special guest.
Who is
This is
that?
his daughter. It's Kasha.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
She trying to come in.
where she been at?
No, instead of calling me on the video, she decides to call me on my phone. But hey, baby. Hey. So
We can't
I am
hear her.
live right now doing your daddy's memorial tribute on uh yeah. So you want to call me? Okay. Okay. All right. She ain't coming to join it. Her all over.
And I'm surprised Layla ain't called me out today. I get that girl call me every day. She's trying to get here. She's trying to
That
get here.
She
Man,
is a
what?
spit image of him for sure. Like
Hmm.
she is him reincarnated. Um, but that's one thing I'm glad that they got good memories of their daddy. Leilani told me he still walks her to the bus stop.
really?
Hmm. So that that lets me know that she's not afraid of spirit, and she can still feel her daddy's presence. So I rock
Mm.
with that,
It's
and I'll
funny you
never
said that,
deter
man.
from that.
Boogie, because Boogie told me she had a dream about Smoke like not even a week ago. You know,
Re-
he touched everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, bro, if you gonna come to this day and get in my dreams, give me some line of your
Well,
numbers and tell me something. Like, you come down here
well,
and
I
fucking
had a
bothering me,
well
bro, stressing me the fuck out. You know what I mean?
a couple of nights ago. I had a red bird at my window, and it was at night.
Mm.
At the window, and I come around, oh, damn bird outside the window. And I looked out there, yup, and it was at night.
Come
He
on,
been
mama.
busy
Send me
then.
some money up here. Send me some
Uh,
money up here, mama.
he
He needs
been
some prayers.
busy for sure.
That's right.
Oh, this money. I ain't want to
That's
talk about
right.
the money issue.
Yeah, hey, and you gonna send it, and guess what he gonna do? He gonna try. I say, Mama, send that money. Yo, she didn't even send it yet. Why you keep going to the store though? She said for both of us. You feel me? She said split that shit with Bebo. Split it with your brother. He think he's slick. See, I was the only one that was timing up for his ass. If you get up and try to leave, I'm on you, bro. You can't fool me. Yeah. So yeah.
Man, that man stayed in my pockets. I should have put him on my taxes for real, cause he stayed in my
Cause guess
pocket.
what? Cause guess what though? He a go. When you think about it, right? You can't. I couldn't compare a dollar amount to the love he brought, the loyalty he brought. Listen, they said in this book, "He who hesitates in war, he who hesitates has lost." Man, and I ain't never seen no hesitation in that man about nothing.
Mm,
You feel
that
me?
man was loyal. He was loyal. He would be loyal to
Right.
the
He
wrong
wasn't.
people.
And
He wasn't.
he,
He wasn't sitting here
he's
just
so
for y'all.
loyal.
He
He's
wasn't
so
sitting here just for
loyal
y'all.
to he's so
Mm-mm.
loyal to I want to put my hands on him every time I saw him.
Yeah. Because
But especially for stealing my car in New Orleans. Oh, y'all didn't know about that one either. I'm telling
right, my
everybody.
mom, I had to go pick my man's up. And, what the fuck?
No, he got
But he meant
No, I'll
well.
tell. He meant well, and this is what I would do. He was like, "Oh, you finna go to the house?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to the house. I just heard surgery."
The truth coming out, mama. Come on, tell us.
Yeah, like, well, I'm finna get him on my car. I'm
Look at
like,
mama. Look at mama. She what now?
I can't give you
on
her car. Like, so he like, man, so you finna go here, go to sleep. I'm just gonna be here, boy. So I'm like, you stop talking to me. I don't want to hear it. So I'm walking up the stairs, but I dropped the keys down on the counter, and I kept going up the stairs. I didn't tell him to get the car. I just dropped the
you
keys on the counter.
you want to know how I found out he was want to know how I found out he was on Bourbon Street in my car?
Huh? Down there flipping
I got
probably.
off. I turned over. I stayed at the hotel with my friend, and they came down there. We were there for a party, and I went and met them at the hotel. And I turned over and grabbed the phone and strolled through Facebook like we do every night when we. And this nigga live like it ain't no
You
big
know
old
what I'm
lie. He
saying?
all live. He turned up on Bourbon Street by himself. How he get that in my car?
But
You know
that was
what?
the
You
type
know
of
what, y'all? You know
relationship
what
we
though?
had.
You know what though? People can have a perception about him, right? So you got two ways. You got two things you're gonna have to do. You're
Yep.
gonna have to continue to look at him and look at him strange because he's living freely, or really step the fuck back and watch him work or watch him in his element. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Then you'll understand
Yep.
that he had
Yep.
no fear or had like he told me one time, yo, my biggest fear, bro, cause that's how we resonate. My biggest fear is I ain't got none, bro. My biggest fear is being unloved, bro, or un. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm understanding. I'm like, bro,
Mm,
he ain't asking for no money, or he ain't the shit. Excuse me, the things he was doing with people, and I'm just saying, like, man, just being a friend, a brother, uh, character. Character is what you do when a person ain't around behind your back. Moral
Yeah.
compass
mhm.
or integrity. You feel me? He gonna call his mother, his sister, man, for a couple of dollars or whatever, because he might be running with the have-nots. That's what Jesus did, right?
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta run with the have-nots for people to understand we all equal. Because he had abilities and talents. That nigga could have did anything he wanted.
He could have did
Yes,
anything
it
he
could.
wanted, and he did
All right,
that.
yeah.
And that was the thing. Like he knew I was as his big sister. I can fuss at him all day long, but he know I'm gonna come through for him.
That's a
So
fact.
that was
That's a
that
fact.
was what it was.
That's
But
a
my
fact.
fussing at him wasn't fussing at him for what he was doing. It was fussing at him because I saw greatness in him. I'm like,
Right.
bro. And
That's
my biggest fear, to be honest, I'm living my biggest fear now because my biggest fear was losing him. So I'm living through my biggest fear now. But I understand now that he wasn't just put here for me, even though that was
hell
my
nah.
baby
No, he
brother.
wasn't.
I had to share him with you, you,
Yeah.
you, and the whole
Yeah.
world. And what really made me realize that was the night that we had his candlelight, and he had 4 different candlelights in 3 different states at one time. That alone was like, okay, my
Hold on,
brother,
sis. What
like,
about when I told the preacher, I say, man, hey, we gonna lift the casket up. He said, oh no, this casket don't lift, it rolls. I said, man, if y'all don't pick this casket,
and they toted
I
him out of there.
And they
got him chanting his name. And I said, what
and
the
that's
hell am
something
I doing?
I
You
did
know
not
what I'm
see
saying? I
this.
don't even know what I'm doing. They just chanting his name out. I'm like, hey yo, that what he
But
wanted
the
to.
Yes, but the impact that he left here was like, man, like, of course, time went silent after the fact, after the services, after I call it after the party, because after the
What?
celebration, it
What?
goes silent, but the impact
Dang.
that my brother made, it will never go away. It's gonna always be here. His legacy will live on,
Just
not
saying
just
what you
me.
said. Oh my God, that's crazy. Man. Just
Speak on
talking
it,
like
bro.
this, making
Speak on
just
it,
talking
bro.
like this, it still feel crazy because I apologize for cutting you off, but
No, you good.
I feel like when you say certain things, it reminds me that he really ain't here.
Mm,
I know it never really just resonated with me that he ain't because it's the energy. Even we wasn't together, we was together. So
mhm,
sometimes it like it just go over my head because he the type that he ain't gonna call your ass until he gonna call you. But
mhm.
you know what I'm saying? He gonna do out here what he need to be doing. And but certain words you say make me feel like, damn, bro, really gone. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I have to digest it all the time. You hear me? I get it.
Mm.
Kanisha, my little crybaby over there, because she just is quiet. I want to talk about y'all had some eventful moments too. Where
Yeah, I can name a couple of them.
You told me a
uh-huh.
call too.
Let me start with my wedding
I was just
Oh
because
about
my
to speak
God.
on that.
he was
Don't
the
tell her
best man,
wedding. Damn,
or he was
sis.
supposed to be the best man in my wedding. And they went out, of
that's
course,
school
just like
time.
we went out for the bachelorette party. They went out for the bachelor
Don't
party,
tell me.
and the night was almost over. They almost made it
They
through,
almost
and they were
made it.
at Waffle House. Like there were some police like in the parking lot, and he just started talking to them, but he wasn't really. It's not like he was being like. He was just drunk, like, and so I don't know if it was like I don't know why they did that. I was so mad because he was the best man, and they took him to jail the night. 5 o'clock in the morning, I get a call like,
Friendly ass.
I get a call like, the best man,
Listen,
best man is in jail. I'm like, wait, what? Like, how are we gonna? Like, what are you
That's
talking
how he
about?
did long wedding, dedication.
No, he was in Longwood. He
I
made
was
it to
mad. I
Longwood.
was mad for about a year. Like every time I saw him, I was just like, I cannot believe that happened. Now I was, yeah. Anyway,
But speaking of that, and that was another thing, because when I heard that, I fell out laughing. I was like, he almost made it to the finish line. But speaking
almost.
of that, a lot of people couldn't resonate with him because he talked in a passionate way. So
Mm-hmm.
they feel like he's
Oh, yeah.
talking
He's
at
aggressive.
them. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
Yeah.
feel
yeah,
like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
being
yeah, yeah, yeah.
aggressive, and
He
really
really was being
he's
friendly.
he being very friendly, and he's
Like,
just passionate about what he's saying.
yeah.
But a lot of people will take that and take offense to it, and I'll be like, man, grow some jaw. He
Yeah,
ain't said nothing
they
wrong
do.
to you.
They do, but guess what? They ain't want to fight them. So a lot of people didn't get offended.
They
I
wasn't
was
doing
there. I'm
it.
trying to tell you. So they walked that borderline. He wasn't no bully. But I promise you, if you say let's fight, don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that. I don't know why he like to fight like that. Like, but
I don't know,
just
because
don't invite him out into that yard. Just
That
we
don't
was
invite
one
fought
of
him
a
the
out.
nights I
lot.
picked him up when 4 in the morning hand was busted. Like he had
How
to knock
about
Oh,
when he
because
somebody
he
got
was
out.
into
good at
it?
hitting. He will hit a
He had to
wall in
knock
a
someone
minute.
out.
Man, what? That's what I
He will.
told him one
Oh,
day, sis.
But he knocked
Bebo.
I'm like,
someone
keep hitting
out,
that
and
wall.
it was a friend. So I won't say no names, but he
Say
literally
no
felt
name.
so bad after that. He didn't want to do it. Like
Hey, I remember
Bebo,
one time
when you with him that night, I got that phone call. I was
when they
out of
broke
town. I was working out of town
when
when
they
they.
broke his arm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah,
Oh
Cause
yeah,
he
it
yeah,
was him. It was both of them together.
yeah, hey, look, because I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you, man. I keep telling you, listen. I wasn't cocky stuff. Like he was real, like built like solid. So it's like he decided it was like 10 people, man. He decided to run smack into him. Like you feel me? I don't know, hey man, I don't know what that shit was about. Like you feel me? Because they said something to me in Spanish, and he told me what they said. But he got so mad, he run straight into him, like just full speed. So I'm like, bro, I need to think a little bit. So that's what I do, man. I back up in between two cars. So like the 5 and 6 turned into one to me. You know what I'm saying? So listen, this is the funny thing. When he broke his arm, we had a fashion show to go to the next day. So mommy, we got out.
Yeah,
But his other broke. So this nigga tucked his he either tucked his thumb in his belt loop and walk around
The
with his
whole,
arm like this.
the
Hey,
whole.
so if you see any pictures on his Facebook, right? Let me tell y'all. If you see any pictures on his Facebook, Instagram, anything, and he got his thumb in his belt loop, his arm was broke, and,
um,
and that's the only way he could carry it around because it was like a dead arm.
I was like, what did they do to my brother? I was so mad. I was so mad at y'all because I was like, oh my God, but they knew they were wrong because they didn't charge him with anything. When I
Oh
tried to
yeah,
get him
that's a
out,
fact. Yeah,
they was like, when I tried to get him out, they was like, he was already released. They didn't charge him with anything because they know they
yeah.
did him wrong. But when I saw my brother, all I could do was scream, like, what happened?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
what
yeah,
did they
yeah. His
do to
face.
you?
Mhm.
Look,
They
don't
Oh
messed
even
my
his
tell.
God.
eye socket,
Oh look,
up, his rotor
Everything.
cuff
yeah,
on his arm.
that's what
He
he
was just
like.
bruised all up in the face. I
Oh, he
mean,
went
I'm like,
tripping. Look, he went
Met him
tripping
like
on
that.
us. We sitting on grandma's porch, right? And so he kept working his arm. I'm like, you need to go get your arm checked out. It ain't gonna never work again. He like, watch this. So his fingers started jumping. He like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work this one back.
Yeah, he
And
think
he
that is some
did
type
that.
of
He
he think
worked
that's some
it
type
back.
of he think that's some type of goddamn award
he,
or
yeah,
something. Or something.
he did,
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, I told you to tell him I ain't with all that
he
shit,
did
man.
not.
Like,
He did
you
not
feel?
go to the doctor to get it fixed. He did not take any medicine for it or anything. He just worked it
Yeah,
back into
He worked
himself.
it back.
he like that attention. Look at my arm.
Yeah.
The damn near fell
And
off.
he
Look,
got it. He got it.
yeah, I'm
But
gonna fix it. Like,
another
hey,
thing
bro.
about him, that man could fix anything. I used to break radios, TVs, or whatever, and he'd be like, "Give it to me." I give it to him, and then I want it back because he didn't fix it. Like, how you got it working? It was broke. TVs
Okay,
working
let me.
perfectly,
Yeah,
radios
and
working
and the,
perfectly.
and the mental too. You not to cut you off to piggyback on that. When he was like 9, maybe between 9 and 11, have y'all heard of Sheba Parts Right?
What's that?
Y'all heard the blues singer
Oh,
Sheba
the
Parts
blues
Right? She a
singer,
blues singer.
slow rolling.
The
Oh.
one that sings Slow
Yeah.
Road. Yeah, okay. Me
Mhm.
Right.
and I was best friends. We were good friends. She owned a beeper shop here. She stayed here in Memphis. She owned a beeper shop. None of the beepers, she loved him to death. That was her baby. So none of those beepers that she gave her was working. When he went back to that shop, he had a couple of them working. He had took them home and fixed them. And between that, he was just that's young. And she asked him, how in the world did he get those to fix? He's too smart. He was too smart for his own good. And that's what the teachers had a problem with because his attention span was too short
Because he
and he
knew they
couldn't
was
sit
lying, mama.
still.
He
Yeah,
knew they
you
was
had to
lying.
get you
Hmm.
had to do so. You had to do something in class. You have to have something to keep his attention in order to keep him sitting still. At night, he gonna terrorize the whole room, and he did just it because they were kicking him out every day.
He had he had a short attention span, and then he had Lump and Jeremy, and that was a mixture of chaos. Right there, that was a mixture of chaos for him.
Mm.
But
That's because he
yeah,
vibrated on a different frequency. I'm trying
yeah,
to
he
tell.
was on
Listen,
a different
let me tell you something,
frequency
right?
for sure.
Listen, now we're not gonna get deep into the situation of how his situation ended up like it was, but you know, um, it was speculations and all this. But the story that was told, I know one thing for sure. I don't want ever nobody ever think that I agree with what I heard. But only reason I sway that way, cause I know nobody can get up on him and do anything. Nobody. That's just me.
Yeah,
I always knew that it was he was his own opponent. I always knew that. Nobody could do. You can't talk to him crazy. You can't outsmart him, outthink him, outfight him, wrestle him, hustle him, out rap him, outdress him in his head. Cause look, that's questionable. You know what I'm saying? Cause he swore he was fresher than me, and I even tell him all the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and I want you to know that, sis, because in my head, it's real. I can't listen. Can't nobody get up on him. Nobody.
and
Nobody.
I agree with that. I
Nobody.
agree with that. It wasn't that, and I still don't feel like anything was intentional. That's not what my
Yeah, and
stance on
that's
that.
real. And that now maybe is that.
That's not
Maybe
my
it,
stance on that.
that's
I
real.
don't
Right,
feel
right,
like
right.
anything was intentional, but I do feel like that things occurred that were left out that I feel like we should have
That's real.
the
That's
right
real.
to know. And that
That's
was
real.
that on
And
that.
that's
Never
real.
said
That's real.
anything was intentional. I
That's
just
real.
said that
Yeah, yo,
it
that's
could
a
have went
fact.
another way.
No,
You
that's a
know?
fact because I say
Yeah.
that to say this. Um, I was kind of I ain't gonna say conflicted, man, but my loyalty at regardless. And the reason I hear people out because when I make a decision, that's the decision I'm gonna make. You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
I'm gonna go to the ends of the earth. See, I ain't like everybody else. I don't do it while you still here, bro. Because if I find, I go right now, still off the strength of memories, man. And you know what? I'm glad you doing this. And I see the courage in you to do this. That's a lot. My brother, like I said, Lee Jones passed away. His birthday June 19th. They was the one and the same. It's like when I
Ooh,
Hmm.
lost one, I gained him. Then I lost both. So you know what God told me? He's like, Don, because I'm asking you to do some things, man. And sometimes he'll touch everything around you for you to see things. And I
And
ain't really
that's
in
yeah.
the
facts.
I ain't in the space no more to keep losing.
And
Because
that's
the people
facts.
that's still here, man, not these ladies, these beautiful women that was there for real. I'm talking about y'all right here. Y'all right here. He was a direct reflection of what impact y'all had on him. You understand
And
what I'm
that was
saying?
facts. I mean,
Mom,
he
you
had
did great. You did great.
she did. She did a wonderful
Yeah.
job with both of us, girl. Look at me. Ah.
Y'all did. Y'all did
She
though.
did though, you
Y'all
know.
did. Y'all did. You fucking right.
Yes, she did. She
And guess
did
what
a
he told
wonderful
me, man?
job.
Like that one of the last things he said. He said, "Bro, if anything ever happened to me, bro, tell my mother, yo, let you ride her bike, yo." I mean, hey, that's what he said. That's what he said, mom. He told me to tell you, let me hold that motor. Like, hey, if you want to
But you
honor
know,
that, that's on you.
I don't even have it. I don't even
our
have that motorcycle.
Oh, all right. Let me
our
think of something. Look,
strength
let me
I
think of something else.
our strength is a
If I-
reflection of you though, for real. We both,
yeah.
when we go hard, we go hard. So both our strength, me and minus strength,
that's a
are a
fact.
reflection of you,
That's a fact.
for
That's a
sure.
fact. That's a fact,
Yeah.
man.
Cause
Yeah,
Mm.
I
man,
was a single
I
mom
done
for a
ran him over
long
with a
time.
car before. Y'all know that.
You said
Say it
what,
again,
Keisha?
I
both of
ran him
y'all.
over with a car before.
Y'all
He
crazy.
probably wanted to.
Yeah.
See,
It's
yeah,
funny
you know
because
I got
like
hit by a car.
you
Like,
told me
bro,
that you
I don't think
were
that's cool.
you done some crazy things, but it's hard
Mhm.
like for me, like from me knowing you, it's like, oh, she's so soft and
Cause they
sweet.
the same person.
We
She
just
raised him. She the big sister. Yeah.
and that's
So
what
let's
people
stop
fail to
blaming him. It's
realize.
her. It's her.
Like
It's her.
I am a sweetheart, but he
Yeah,
knew what
whatever.
buttons to push, and I am a reflection. That's my little brother, so he is really a reflection of me. It's
So
just I'm the
we can
calmer
blame you.
version until you switch spots, because it's been some times where he like, "What's wrong with you? You crazy?" And I'm like, "What?" Like. you wouldn't have reacted the way that I just reacted.
Yeah.
But we he will push my buttons. Like for instance, the day that I hit him with the car, he dared me. I'm like, get out my face, get out my yard. He like, I ain't moving, I ain't going nowhere. So bloop, I hit him with the car, and then he calls my grandmama and say, Grandma, she hit me with a car. But then when I get back to the house, he's sitting on my porch talking so I love you, sis. Like
Yeah, because he know you know why? Because he know he just ratted you out. He know what he did.
right.
Yeah.
But that was just a relationship
Yeah.
we had. I remember when and this was when I was staying around the corner on Pickett, mama. And it was cold as I
Hey,
don't know what outside,
You
but he
been
was
talking about this
mad.
doggone dog.
Yes, he was mad because I wouldn't let his dog stay in my house.
yeah, and there ain't even no pit bull pride. Get that ragged ass
Oh,
dog out of here.
and he got mad, so he went to the garage with the dog and say he gonna sleep outside in the garage. So
Hey,
I threw him in the dog a blanket because I'm not changing my mind. This dog is not coming in my house. I don't even know where this dog come from. So, but
real quick.
that was just the type of relationship we had. Now, when it came down to one of us needing the other to be there, it wasn't no questions ever asked. I didn't care if I was perfect example. My 32nd birthday, I just had surgery and I did not know my brother was coming to be with me. He told me that my brother I was not gonna spend my birthday by myself. Now he spent his last to get to me. So when he got to me, he said,
Oh,
now
you got
both please, I
reimbursed.
need some money.
Yeah, it's your fuck. Like, bro, you here for me or you or no? Is it a good gesture or what the fuck?
But just for my
When
brother to
all
think
but
about me and come there, I hurry up and lace him up. Here you go. Just I'm just glad he was here. And that was one of the most
and just to
memorable
let-
birthdays that I've had.
and just to let y'all know, he did tee me off again that weekend.
Oh my God, what did he do, mom? Cause he probably but see that's what I'm saying. So that's why when I popped that, they gonna be my what the hell I do? 'Cause I ain't like that. Y'all had me scared of shit in Memphis. Let me get the hell out of here. What was it? Hey, Ma,
Nah.
so I snuck out in the middle of the night. What the hell? Yeah,
Oh, you did that. But
hell yeah.
I just thank y'all for just coming out here with me and sharing, moments
Yeah,
like
cause mama gotta go to
I
bed. Mama
don't
getting
even
up at
really,
2 o'clock this
I don't even, I don't
Let me
even
go
really
ahead
feel
by
like
myself then.
we tough,
I'm ready to do a
we
marathon.
I don't even really feel like we touched the surface, but we know. So that's all that matters. You of course you see him and mama had a knockout drag out relationship and I'm the laugher.
But
I'm gonna
let's
stand on the
can y'all see that,
sideline and
mom?
laugh.
Let me see that. Hold up.
but
You
I
see that,
get my
mom?
phone calls
You see
every
that?
week.
That's
Chief
Chief Smoke
Smoke.
right
Yep,
there. You see that? Look.
yep,
Look. That's him.
Yeah, but
And I
yep.
I'm
put
just
his ashes in
grateful
there. I put them ashes in that VZ. Say, what the hell? What type of
Who-
crazy? Hey man, hey, we forever locked in, y'all.
forever locked in for sure.
Can I come
Well,
to Memphis?
no, stay where you at. Long live, long live
Yeah, you
my
come
baby
visit.
brother.
I done took
No,
his
no, no,
place.
no, no. Speak for yourself. We going to
You
visit
come
him.
visit.
Yeah, mom. When you say mom, you say whenever.
You come visit.
Yes, ma'am.
No, we going to
I
visit
can't say.
him. So when I need to go back to my hotel, I can.
Because I might not
Okay.
leave. You know me. I might be just there. You know what? I'm going to just stay here. You like, bro, what the hell?
No.
Like, like, yeah. For real, man.
But yeah, but I'm just grateful that you guys came on. The ones who needed to be here are here. I love y'all forever for life.
Mm,
And I just wanted to tell my brother happy birthday in a happy way, and what better way to do that than to be with the ones he loved, loved, loved. Like he would kill a
mm,
brick about Kenesha. Well, we already know what he'll do for you. Like we ain't even gotta talk about that. And his mama, you better not even look like you want to say the wrong thing. And his big sister, she gonna knock you out, but he coming right behind her,
right.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yes.
Tisha, for even doing this though. You don't always
Yeah,
realize that you need something like this, and then it's
for
like,
Yeah.
real. When we doing this shit again?
I
Like,
know
listen, this
that's
is
how
my
I
first time doing
feel.
this. This is my first time. I might start my own goddamn shit. For real. We get
For
paid for
real.
doing so you get paid for doing things like this. 'Cause, hey, man, I can sit around here and talk. Like, I really needed this. More than you know.
But
Yes.
I needed this.
we're doing a triple balloon release on Father's Day. His birthday being a father also. Granddaddy's birthday, the 17th of June,
Granddaddy.
being a father.
Man, I got so
And
many
Hey, if I
birthday.
got caught trying to sneak him that liquor, you know what I'm saying?
and we doing Father's Day for my brother passing, and him being a father too. So we doing like three different, but all of it's gonna be all in one. But it's gonna be done on Father's Day. I'm trying to think if we're gonna do it in his yard or we're gonna to the cemetery. Which one, Sean?
You'll figure it out, but
We'll figure it out.
we'll figure it out. Um, those three men right there, though, like they are, they are the reason that I am who I am today. As far as like knowing my worth as a woman,
Mm.
knock a nigga out, like
Don't say knock a
it's
nigga
it's
out. You
it is
feel me? Though?
them.
I keep
It is
telling them, look,
them
hey,
for
look. I
real.
keep telling them up here in Baltimore, hey man, they different down there. It's not like what y'all think down there down south, bro. They ain't going like. But I be like, okay, don't worry about it. You'll see.
For
You
real, you'll
feel me?
Kanisha,
see.
and Kanisha, you got a taste of that when we was in LA, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See, we
That
finna
was my
cut
first
her
real time.
camera
Hey,
off.
I loved it though. I was so it's funny. I was like, now I feel like for real, like I know y'all. Like so
You saw both sides,
yeah,
huh?
I got to see, but I
Yeah.
loved it. I was so
Yeah,
glad. We need to
Yeah.
plan another trip.
Ooh,
But
I
anyway.
know, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Without
we gonna have to
kids.
definitely
Look,
plan
without
another trip,
kids.
sis, without kids. We're gonna have to
Let's
definitely
do a
plan
Without
another
kidless
trip.
one.
kids.
A
Yeah.
kidless trip for sure. But
Yeah.
man,
You said a
I love
kidless
y'all
trip?
so much.
Yes.
Y'all ain't going nowhere.
We
Oh,
went to
I be like,
LA.
we
hey,
We
I'm
just
took
like,
went
y'all,
we
y'all,
went to
y'all ain't
LA
going nowhere. Y'all
together.
Yeah, we
playing.
all went to LA.
LA.
You missed
We went to
out. We went
LA.
to LA.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had a great time.
we
Y'all know.
did.
Y'all know. It's with Bebo and the spirit of smoke in him. Oh no, we ain't calling his ass out here.
Yeah, we had a
we
nice
we had that
time.
with Jasmine though. Jasmine had a little bit of smoke in her. So
She
Yeah, what
is. I
jazz it? What
swear.
jazz it?
I was thinking that Jazz was gonna get on, but
But
I don't.
that's a now you talking about a twin, and you know
Oh,
her
you ain't
birthday
gotta
the
tell
Jan
me.
I mean June the first.
You ain't gotta tell me,
Oh
man.
yeah, I forgot you saw it
You
when
ain't
they
gotta
came up
tell
there.
me, man.
Yeah.
Golly.
Forgot you saw it. Oh,
And
I,
then with Jazz, everybody grieve differently, so I'm gonna
mhm.
call and check on her for sure after because
Right.
you have to understand, even though we cousins, we grew up like siblings under the same roof. Like
Right.
we
It's another one of
siblings.
y'all too, right?
Right. That's another
Mhm.
one of us,
It's no, and it's another one.
Jessica, me,
V's. Y'all should
Jessica.
listen. I reached out to V's.
yeah,
Oh,
well
and
yeah,
me
him too.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yep.
Before this interview, I reached out to V's and I was like, "Bro, I'm trying to holler at you." And he was like, "Yo, what's good?" I know, right? VZ always been VZ. Let me say this, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but bro, be busy, busy, busy. I respect it because he was always in position to put me and Smoke on our feet. So heavy is the head to wear the crown. And I asked him, bro, anything you want me to say? You know what he told me? He said, you know what to say. You know what I'm saying? So it's home team over everything, man. Like I ain't going,
Yeah.
even though people can't be here, there's some people that's really still getting to it.
Was you
And
there that show that I came across the table on that man about my brother?
yeah.
And
What's up? Yeah. What's up? Right
and this
around the
you
time,
missed
mom,
that
right
one.
around the time it's time for me to rap and shit. Hey
You're-
man, calm that shit down.
I
He
missed
Yeah,
had
it.
my
like,
brother
man,
messed up though. This ain't that. Like he
yeah,
didn't know
that's
the
a fact.
sister was in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
yeah,
love
this
y'all.
ain't
I
that.
gotta get off.
Man,
We
you
love
I
ain't
gotta
y'all
gotta
go
go
to
too.
sleep.
nowhere.
Two
I see
Bye.
o'clock
that
in the
man
morning.
in the
I'm coming
back. Hey,
fast.
man, I see that
Yeah.
man back there. Just walk
Bye.
past. Trying to get out the
Yeah.
trunk.
Uh-huh.
But
Nah, I
like I
seen him
said,
run
wasn't there
past
another
real
man?
fast.
Look, wasn't there another man behind me?
Look, he's scared as hell. Don't say that. Look, I'm sorry, mama.
Yeah. But I just well,
I
good
love you,
night,
man.
mama.
So early.
Love
Yeah,
you,
Good
two
man. Love you,
o'clock
man.
comes too fast. All right, y'all.
Bye.
Love
Love you,
y'all.
baby.
love
Love
you
And
All right.
too.
you.
Kanisha,
All right.
y'all, we are gonna plan a grown folks trip again.
All right.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well,
I'll
we
be
get
me
there.
too,
on it.
sir. You know what
Be
I mean?
Ah,
more.
Y'all forgot I'm a single father. Y'all see. Let me say, and this is another subject we should get on next week. How the
Yeah.
single mothers don't accept the single fathers. Like
I
I
love
need
you,
that
bitch.
I
shit. I need
do.
the love. You
Salute
know what
to
I'm saying? That's
you
just
Bye.
because
it.
you done a wonderful job with my
Yeah.
nephew for
He don't even
sure.
Man,
hang
I
with me
see
no
it.
more. He don't even hang with me. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like I can't even find them. So it's like okay, yeah. What's
Yeah,
up?
but man, I'm just so grateful that I was able to spend this time with y'all. Like I
Yeah,
just
for sure, for
refused to
sure.
be in my feelings tonight. I was like, no, I'm gonna do something that I know will represent the spirit of my brother,
Fucking right,
and
man. She smooth.
this was it.
all the
You hear
time,
me?
man.
Long live Smoke.
Yeah,
Y'all,
yeah, for
you
sure.
call him Smoke. I call
John,
him Manny.
I call him
30,
James.
She call him James.
Some
maniac.
people out here
Yeah.
just calling him
His other
Taylor.
nickname,
He's every
Sturdy.
he got so
Just
many
don't call that
names.
nigga collect, cause he ain't gonna answer. He gonna act like he ain't got no money. They don't call it. Don't
He
call him
has
that.
so many names. The
Yeah.
hood call him Maniac. Yeah, but yeah, I
I remember
just
one time
don't
we
leave
got
my
into it with some
brother.
dudes, right? And they was looking for, and he said, "Ain't you Smoke?" And get what? He called his name. He said, "No." He said he was somebody else. No, hell no. I said, "Hey, I'm call me." Nigga, they said name. They like, yeah.
He is so funny.
You
He's
never know
funny.
with him. He gonna be
He
whoever
is.
he is to fit the occasion. That's
Yeah.
what he a chameleon.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
Mhm.
was that's the word
Boy,
I
I'm
used to
trying to tell
use
you.
to
You better
reference him.
watch
He's
what
a
you don't know who
chameleon.
you talk with you when you talk to him. That's why I loved him. And he
Yep.
gonna
Yeah.
put when he if he look at you sideways with that side eye, he on to you, bro. You better I don't know. Yeah.
He was for
Shout out to
sure a
Smoke.
chameleon. With
Shout out to
it,
Smoke, man.
man. Long live Smoke. Long live my baby brother for
All
sure.
right, sis. You know where I'm at, man. Hit me. I need,
Always. We got to do another show now about the single fathers
yeah.
or
I
something
can
around
jump.
here.
I can talk about anything.
Yeah, well, I'm bringing you back
You need a
home. Sis,
co-host?
what
You
about
need a
you?
co-host?
I need a co-host. No, you
Yeah.
gonna
Let's
take
get it.
over my show. I ain't got
Mm.
time.
Look, hey sis, and another thing, then you gonna see this. Look, the camera just split into two. Yo, where the fuck she go at? Look, yeah, it is.
Um,
And I want to say something else. Like, hey, yo.
Oh yeah, but before we get off, Gemini is deep in my family for sure. Like so,
I'm
Jasmine
sorry.
kicked
I'm
it
sorry to
off.
hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
I
Damn.
love my
no, for
folks
real.
though. They deep.
I'm
Jasmine
sorry to
kicked
hear
it
that.
off.
Mm.
Jasmine kicked it off on the first. Happy birthday to my little
I was
cuz
sick, yeah.
and my cousin
Bro.
Terry on the first,
Beezy.
and then my little
Beezy and what? The
cousin
seventh?
He's
little Terry
tomorrow.
and little
He's
Corey
tomorrow.
on
Beezy
the
said tomorrow?
second.
Hmm. Yeah, he's the
The
fourth. He's
the
tomorrow.
third was, of course, today is my brother's day, and then the
Hmm.
fourth, happy birthday, BZ. It's his
Hmm.
birthday tomorrow, and then just so on and so on down the list. We got about 10 more birthdays, so I'm gonna say happy birthday to all the Geminis. I can't say what I be telling them the inside joke about the family and why everybody born in June, but
Mm. No. Look, I'm sitting here looking for the
but
joke like what? Because I'm born in January.
uh,
What
uh,
the fuck is that? It be too
I'm
cold for y'all be with my
But you
birthday.
said
Nobody
I'm a
gonna hang with me.
Libra, so I'm born in September, but I'm about the only. No, it's a couple of us, but yeah. But Kanisha, thank you so much. Give my nephews a hug. I know
How for
today is
All
their
you?
right, Kanisha,
festival. I
love
was
you,
hoping they
shorty.
was gonna
Love
slide in the
y'all.
room, but they
Hey, Kanisha,
didn't.
hit my DM, yo. Get my number, yo.
You unfollowed me on Instagram,
I
fool.
did.
Yes.
I ain't know. You
I'll
probably like the
find you.
pick and wasn't saying nothing. You
I
probably I
said,
thought you
where
trying
this
to set
nigga
me up. I
go?
don't know what the fuck
Where
going
did
on.
this nigga go?
Hey,
Because
cause
I
I'm
ain't
like,
know
yo,
where
she
you
look,
was.
I know who this is, but I don't know. She familiar because she ain't liking nothing. She ain't. She trying to set me up. I probably one of them
It
nice
depends
got
on where the
paranoid.
moon's sitting for him.
Hey,
Yeah.
let me say this before we get off. Let me say this before we get off, man. Check this out. Um, when I came to y'all house, I don't know who house that was, apartment that was. I don't know if it was yours or
Where?
the mother's.
That was my
When we
place.
left the funeral, and
Mm.
I was talking about something, man, and I walked on the patio, and I was
Yeah,
like,
my
"Damn,
place.
bro, I miss you." And I swear, a star fell right in front of me. And I couldn't turn around fast enough to say to anybody else, like, "You see that?" You know, man. And I don't make shit up, man. I take signs and I take these things, and I know they real. So he definitely watching, man. You know
Oh,
what
for
I'm
Oh,
saying?
for
sure,
sure.
for
He's
sure.
visited
So
me for real
He's been,
before.
yeah, and them
trying to borrow your
Redbirds,
car
they
and shit.
they always around the
Yeah.
Redbirds. And
Hey,
he just
sister.
recently came to me in my dreams, and it said take care of mama. And then he told me something about his daughter, and I had to take heed with that. He had got on my ass. He was like, "No, you too soft. I
Mm.
need you to, and so that's what it
Yeah.
was.
To
So
keep me more away from my
Yeah.
bitches. But hey, yo, you might try how that shit, motherfucker. Fuck out of here, boy. You know you ain't fucking with me, boy.
yeah,
Hey,
crazy,
yo,
but
don't give him my
man.
phone. Oh, man.
Oh, so yeah, but I'm just so
Uh,
happy that I was able to spend this time with y'all. So
I
now
appreciate this. I needed
today
this
was
too.
a
I needed
success.
this too.
Today
I
was a
Hmm.
needed this
success.
too.
We
Yep.
did.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
All right. Love
I
you. Hit me
love
up.
y'all.
Okay.
Love you more.
All
All right.
right,
You
we'll
too.
do.
Bye.
Bye.